Camp Sumter, also known as Andersonville Prison. The largest prisoner of war camp for Union soldiers in the entire Confederacy. Located in a remote farming community 125 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia, the prison was placed in the heart of the Confederacy, far from the advancing Union forces.
The Confederacy decided to use Andersonville. They wanted to move it south, well away from the fighting.
The site has other practical advantages as well.
Georgia has rail lines going to it. It has a water supply. It has timber in order to build the prison camp.
Built with slave labor, the prison camp is a giant rectangle covering 26.5 acres.
You have guard posts, they're called pigeon roosts, all the way around the prison, every 90 to 100 feet. So there's 24-hour surveillance of the prison.
Andersonville opens in February 1864. Designed to house 10,000 prisoners, within 6 months, it's packed with over 30,000.
The prison was so crowded, men had trouble finding a place to lie down.
The Confederacy has trouble paying for anything at this point, so there are no shelters for the prisoners. Whatever they end up with when they walk inside the prison is what they live in.
Food is scarce.
The food was filled with maggots. Some men said at least it was a form of protein.
The Andersonville prison authorities require a daily list of every death at the camp. And to maintain the list, they need someone with impressive handwriting skills. Promising to perform the difficult task, to record each of the Union dead, is Dorrance Atwater. Dorrance Atwater, a Union soldier, is one of the early prisoners at Andersonville.
When you stepped through the prison gates at Andersonville and you saw the environment, saw the high mortality, he petitioned the Confederate High Command within the prison that he could be a clerk.
Working in the prison's medical office, Atwater's job is to record every dead soldier's name, regiment, company, and gravesite location.
100 prisoners would die in a day, if not even more.
Atwater increasingly becomes concerned that the Confederate government will not be honest about the number of deaths occurring at Andersonville.
He realized, probably correctly, that the Confederacy would never share these documents. They would never admit to killing 13,000 men.
Atwater decides he must take matters into his own hands, literally, at great risk to himself.
He has access to paper, so he steals some of it.
He's making a secret list, and he's hiding that in the lining of his jacket. He had to get this all done in 3 minutes per death because of the amount of the deaths that were occurring.
Creating this secret list is incredibly dangerous. If Atwater is found out, it could mean a death sentence for him. But it's a risk he's willing to take to get the truth out about Andersonville. Dorrance must be extra careful. He works directly under the brutal prison warden, Captain Henry Wirtz.
He might kill a soldier just because he felt like it. He might order his captains to shoot on sight. He had no problem with his soldiers killing those who were there as prisoners of war.
At best, he did nothing while people died by the droves. At worst, he was complicit and behind it.
In 1864, just before the close of the war, Dorrance Atwater is paroled from Andersonville. He smuggles his secret list of the Andersonville dead out of the camp and back to Union territory. In 1866, with the help of Civil War nurse and founder of the Red Cross, Clara Barton, Atwater gets the list published in the New York Tribune.
The nation is shocked to learn the full horrors of Andersonville. But today, families and descendants know what happened to their loved ones.
After the war, Atwater and Barton mark the grave sites of every man who dies at the prison. And They help establish the United States National Cemetery at Andersonville to ensure the American soldiers are never forgotten and that their sacrifices are not in vain.